This woman was exercising at home as usual. Little did she know that danger was approaching her. After the incident, the police immediately arrived at the scene, but everything happened so quickly that the detectives didn't know where to start their investigation. They could only take a few more photos of the crime scene. Meanwhile, the analysis team, who were celebrating Reed's birthday, received a call for help from San Diego. They had to stop the birthday celebration and hold a case analysis meeting. According to the records, the killer was known as the Tommy Killer and had killed 6 women in 3 weeks, with the intervals between killings growing shorter. The autopsy report showed that there were residues on the victim's wrists and mouths, indicating that the killer had used duct tape but then had removed it, and the killer had left a message at the victim's home. Reed quickly reminded out that it was a late 17th century folk song about a conversation between Death God and a lady. The killer damaged many valuable items but took nothing with him. Soon the plane landed in San Diego. Gideon carefully examined all the victims' photos. One by one, the images played out in his mind. He then began to analyze. The killer chose to commit the crimes during the day in upper middle class neighborhoods, indicating he was confident in his abilities. Each crime scene was 5 square miles apart, suggesting the killer definitely had a vehicle. Gideon prepared to head to the crime scene to search for further clues. Meanwhile, danger was closing in on the next victim. Upon receiving the news, Yulon immediately informed Gideon. The group split up to act. Yulon and El rushed to the crime scene. Fortunately, before the criminal could act, the woman's husband happened to return home, thus preventing the tragedy from unfolding. According to the woman's husband's description, the criminal was approximately 6 feet tall and a black man. However, Yulon and Ale did not believe this. Interracial serial sexual crimes are extremely rare. Ale suggested speaking with the woman alone. As another woman, she might be able to relax her. The woman stated that the criminal had pushed her to the ground from behind. She attempted to resist, but the criminal was too strong. Then her husband returned home, and the criminal immediately fled through the back door. Although her husband insisted that the criminal was a black man, but she only remembered the man's eyes and the ski mask on his face. At this moment, Reed, who was reviewing records at the police station, made a significant discovery. According to him, the criminal only left a message in the 4th murder case, but the song was as long as 10 poems. Why he not left either messages at other victims? At this moment, Gideon seemed to think of something. He immediately asked JJ to check. When the news about the unknown suspect first appeared, after JJ's investigation, it was discovered that the reports began after the 4th murder, and that increased patrols also began after the 4th victim appeared. Gideon began to examine the photos again, and, after some thought, began profiling the suspect. He believed the killer was highly organized, cleaning the crime scene thoroughly after committing the crime, and had been observing the victims for some time, clearly understanding their daily routines. Based on the fact that he destroyed all the valuable items in the victims' homes, it is clear that he hated and envied those with higher social status. He is clearly from the lower middle class, and his presence in upscale neighborhoods would not be out of place. He seems to belong there. Who could he possibly be?